Hello, I am the narrator, and before this episode begins, Maddie and Dr. Von Schwimmen will be talking about a creature that loves to be out and about in the world. Without further ado, let the show begin. Good morning, everybody. My name is Maddie, and today we're going to be talking about Itward from Fran Bow. What is it? And did it come from a movie or a video game? Itward. Okay, so what is really cool about him is that he's a imaginary friend. So, quote, he claims he's always existed and that when children imaginate him, they do it because he already exists and impersonate. He actually targets certain kids, which are the kids that are in, that have mental illnesses and whatnot. And he tries and helps them, lead them into the right direction in life, so, help them and whatnot. Which is really nice. Itward has a bit of a strange look to him. He looks friendly and evil at the same time. So, quote, tall of structure, Itward appears to be a human skeleton wearing fine clothes. He has wide yellow cat-like eyes with dilated black pupils and a semi-sharp teeth. Sorry, I got stuck on that word there. He also likes doing many things. One of them is building and creating. Like these spaceship that he flies into other realms that he mostly does. He also does cooking. He also has a personality of Fran Bow, the little girl, main character that we follow in the game. So, quote, Itward is revealed to be quite the whimsical gentleman, curious, and very serious and polite when speaking, being very clever and inventive. He also seems eccentric and has an affinity for riddles and puzzles. So similar to Remore, this dude, Itward has more than one name, like the one many kids talk about and the creature of the night. Alright, so the game Fran Bow. What's up with that game? So if you have not seen the other two videos I've done over the game Fran Bow, I'm gonna try and do a good summary of what the game is about, but there are many different plots to it, or I guess worlds with different things going on that it is kind of hard. The main idea with Fran Bow is that she saw her parents get killed and she is destroyed by that, so she's been put into the mental hospital, and this entire game she's traveled through different worlds and whatnot and all these different puzzles in order to eventually get home. So it starts off with her in the insane asylum. She's been there for a long time, and she eventually finally escapes. After looking around, tricking people, getting things from other people, she eventually escapes. She builds up enough courage to go through this maze, then down to the sewer, where she's in this deep dark forest. She talks to these bug people. And this is kind of where the second plot comes in, where not only is she trying to get home, but she's also trying to find her friend, Mr. Midnight, which is, of course, a little black cat. So whenever she meets these bug people, she's like, hey, have you seen Mr. Midnight? It's like, yes. She eventually leads to the trail of where Mr. Midnight has actually been captured, to this little well where these little twins have stolen her cat, and she actually has no choice but to, you know, skadoosh him. So now she's finally with Mr. Midnight. She continues going, and deeper into the forest, where she has to cross this gigantic bridge, which is like very unstable. This big dark creature, Remor, comes in, breaks the bridge. Both of them are falling for all of eternity into the second realm, where she's a tree. She has to find all these different pieces in order to find keys in order to get back to her world, as well as becoming a human again. And then I think she's like in between two worlds whenever Itward finally comes and takes her fully back to her world and to Grace's house, her aunt, which is like the only part of family that she has left. But that's right, there is another quick swoop turn to not the finish yet. The Sane Asylum doctor comes back, snatches her, and is like, you know, you were right. Your parents were killed. Let's go dig up their graves. So they do, because like maybe there would be something that they could see that'd be like interesting, that would lead to the killer, but they like found nothing. Sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. Maybe it's because I'm talking so much. Yes. Then Remor comes back again, takes her into the House of Madness, which I believe is like the 6th realm or something. I don't know. It's a very dark, scary world. And let me tell you, this house is like a crack house. Okay, we got this weird house that like, there's all these different designs and everything. It's just crazy looking. We got all these different doors on all angles and all sizes. One's like extremely bloody. We got these talking eyeballs and skulls. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. There's this giant cat and whatnot. Yeah, so eventually, after running around some more, you even find this like alien in a bathtub. You go into the heart of the darkness, which is even deeper, in order to figure out who actually killed your parents. Well, she gets the heart of the darkness, and it's actually just like a hospital for monsters and whatnot. So she gets in there, she figured out what the answer is, which made her so furious that she got herself shot. That's right, Frambo has been shot by a gun. By all the things that have been chasing her and trying to kill her, a gun, a little revolver, is what kills her. Alright? So, and then, out of nowhere, Itward and another creature comes in, rescues her, and takes her away, where she'll be safe. And that is the entire story of Frambo.
The interview. How close is it related to the inspiration?
Hello, I'm Maddie here with the interview, and I'm here with Megan. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Oh, so hi, my name's Megan. I'm a movie editor, so I pay very close to some details and whatnot. Very fun stuff. And what is your opinion on Itward? Well, like, the only thing I can say is that, like, Itward, I think there's, like, a theory behind him, and that he's actually, like, Frambo's complete imagination, and that's why he kind of, like, appears sometimes, opening up doors for her in, like, the asylum, as well as the twins' house. So that's why. Thank you for your time. This has been Maddie with the interview. Back to the main show.
A clip of the character? And are there any Easter eggs or hidden things?
Okay, so in the game, Itward, there's a bit of a theory going on around him. So in the asylum, in the very beginning, there are almost always will be some kind of clown painting in all the kids' rooms. Well, there's a theory that Itward is actually in those clown paintings watching over them and whatnot. Yeah. Also, there's also like another cool thing, which is like even further into like Easter eggs. So it's not in this game actually, which is crazy. If you go to another game which has a similar idea as well as art style, it's called Little Misfortune. And there is a slight little part where you can actually walk up to Itward picking fireberries and whatnot. So that's actually kind of cool. Doctor, it's your turn. Alright, I'm ready to go. I thought you would be a little more hesitant about this. Why would I be? Because doesn't this topic have voodoo, which is black magic, which is something you never really wanted to talk about? Oh! Well, actually, voodoo's a bit different from black magic, but I can see where you got that confused. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. von Schneumann, and today we're going to be talking about Baron Semites.
Where the legend/myth came from. Information about the creature.
Now, Baron comes from the Haitian voodoo, which he is the spirit of death and sex. Yep. Okay. Baron Semites has many other forms of his name, which I presume all sound the same, except for one, which is Baron Saturday, Baron Semidi, Baron Semidi, and or Baron Samadai. Okay, so Baron, he acts as if he's dead inside, which is the only way I can describe what he mainly does in our world, which is heavily drink and chain smoke, which is like continuously smoking. Cigars, actually. So, yeah. He actually prefers tobacco and rum. Okay, so this is probably like one of the weirdest things I've ever heard a creature interact with something else. So, let me explain. Okay, so Baron, he kind of has the ability to possess people. And he kind of abuses it. So, yeah. Quote, when possessing others, he will lay down on the ground and expect rituals to perform, ceremonies similar to those they would in funerals. But that's not the only thing that he does with possessing people. Whenever he's angry, you know, he becomes much more uncontrollable. Let me just say that. Okay, so, quote, shouts, obscenities, spits, and tries to stab surrounding people. Another scenario is presented with food he does not like. He will bite chunks out of the arm of the possessed person. Excuse my phone. But basically what that means is that when he's angry and he's like, I don't want this, he literally starts eating his arm, is what's happening. Which is very disturbing. Yeah. Okay, so like Itward, you know, that creature from Frambeau, Baron Simmons is not just evil nor just good. He's a little bit in between. You could say he's just right. So he also has quite the personality. Not obsessive for his argumentative and outrageous behavior, swearing continuously and making filthy jokes to the other spirits. Often chasing after mortal women. You know, that's a bit of his, like, bad side. He can also be a gentleman who likes to party and just be crazy, you know. a little bit more realistic kind of behaviors, I guess. Oh yeah, okay, so believe this or not, Baron, this man, this crazy man who does nothing but sinning, has a wife. And you know what the craziest part is? He's extremely loyal to her. That's right. He hides no secrets. That means he talks to her about the the nasties with the strange women and whatnot. And he's also extremely protective over her. So watch out. You know, he actually fell in love with her strong personality. So, quote, her strict, strong-will, belief in justice, fisty attitude, as well as her position and deliverance to her job. Yep. She's very strong and motivated mentally.
How it looks, what powers or abilities does it have?
The Loa, also known as Spirit, he likes to dress up like a geisha corpse. As you see here, very lanky, but he has like a black tuxedo as well, a black top hat. There's actually cotton balls in his nose, glasses, as well as a skull-like face. He also has quite a few powers, like the main one I've been mentioning is possessing people, which he quite enjoys. He also has healing, other types of magic, teleportation. Let's see. So whenever people call on to him, to Baron Simmons, they're looking for a passage to the realm of the dead, which he is the protector of, both the living and the dead spirits.
Is it mortal or immortal? Where does it live?
Baron lives in the underworld most of the time with all the spirits and whatnot. But there is also a very small chance you can see him crossing the overworld to our world in a, like, road cross. Which is kind of where, like, the worlds connect, I guess. Other than that, you don't really see him just willy-nilly, you know.
Who they hunt for? How to avoid them?
His main job is, when working with the spirits, is actually digging up graves. That is how he gets the spirits from the dead people. Which is kinda spooky. But yeah. And whatnot. But if he wants to bring you back or does not want to dig your grave, he can bring you back to life. You know. Now there are like a bit of a range when it comes to the price of coming back. One of them is kind of medium, where you just like, you have to wear like, was it purple, black, or white for the rest of your life, you know, something on your clothes. Something very drastic where you have to make a ritual so that he can get back to his overworld. Or just giving him one or two items like cigars, roasted peanuts, rum, bread, and what is it? And black coffee, that's right. So yeah, it all depends on his mood at that very time. So this is unfortunately the end of the episode. If you've enjoyed Itward as well as Baron Semedy, there are links in the description that go into detail about all of the information we found about these creatures. If you've enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and have a nice day! Also, bloopers are right after this. Just kidding, right after this. Oh wait, third time. I hear that. Yes. Itward. 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 Will Smith? Itward. 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 Will Smith. Hi, puppy. Look at my puppy butt. Look at it. Oh, Lucy. 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 Hi. Lucy. 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 Lucy, come here. Lucy. Hi. Come here. Hi. Hi, Lucy. You're so cute. Tongue. Okay, now get back to work. Okay. That tasted like olives. Lucy, you farted! Oh my gosh! You! You farted! What do you have to say for yourself? You're not asleep. Woof. 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 Lucy, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I am your god. You can't kill me. If I just like push you into the door. Suck it. Woof. 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 Yes. I'm very flashy. You're welcome. I smell the feet of my prey. Gatorade. Yee, this is delicious. Oh. The question is not who are you. The question is who am I? Am I Maddie? Yes, of course. Stupid. But are you sure about that? Good. But what if you're not actually saying anything and I'm just talking to myself? What if I felt a little crazy today? This is the end of the video, end of the video, end of the video. Pew pew. End of the video, end of the video. This is the end of the video. Pew pew. Pew pew. Pew pew. End of the video, end of the video, end of the video. Oh oh.